Mic test. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning po, sir.
So for today's agenda, since hindi kayo nakapag-quiz last meeting, okay, we'll start the session with the continuation of the quiz that we have. Okay, so 20 item quiz lang naman yan. So before we start, let's have a coverage. Ito. Okay, so magkakaroon naman tayo ng quick review. So 5 item for frequency identification, then 5 items for sample rate, then 5 items for bit depth values, and 5 items for the Nyquist frequency or the Nyquist rate. Okay. So you'll need to get a paper, just like what we did last time. Okay, so timestamp ang gagawin nating mechanics for our quiz. So get a paper and write your name section and the date today and the 20 items. Okay? So we'll not start right away. We'll have practice pa. May practice items tayo before we start. So give me a thumbs up if that is clear or you don't have any questions. Okay. So sorry nyo nga klase kasi the quiz didn't take place right after the discussion. Okay? So unlike what happened to 3-2 and 3-3 right after our discussion, we did a quiz. So you have 1 week to prepare. If you're able to scan the PowerPoint, that is. Okay, write your name section and the date today. Audio production. So thumbs up if you have a pen and paper ready.
Wait, sir.
Okay. Okay, may ready na si Buen. So item number 1. No, I'm just kidding. Practice muna tayo, class. Okay? So in the chat box, write the frequency of this sound wave, assuming that this is a 1 second sound wave. Okay, what is the frequency of this wave here? You can chat in your answer. Okay. So that's the mechanics of our quiz. Huwag niyo muna lagyan ng numbering. Okay? Kasi later, explain ko kung ano yung distribution yan. Okay, next item, I want everyone to answer. Give me the frequency of this sound wave right here. Pay attention to the x-axis. One hertz only, right? So indicated naman yung separation um, sa x-axis niya na 2 seconds ang sound wave na ito. Okay, pag walang naka-indicate sa x-axis na time, automatic 1 second yun. Pero pag meron, pay attention to that. Okay, 1 hertz is equals to 1 cycle. Remember? In a span of 1 second. So how many cycle do we have here? So it's a complete cycle. 1 cycle, so 1 hertz for this item. Okay. Next sample. Okay, how about the sample rate? Same item, this one. What is the sampling frequency of this sound wave right here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Correct. 7 hertz. So the purple line, the division, is the SF or the sampling frequency. And also, class, when you answer, specify it. Okay. So write the format is SF or sampling frequency is equals to 7 hertz. That's the correct answer. Without SF equals 7 hertz, and also the label or the hertz indicated is incorrect. Okay, so when you answer, write the correct label. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's the correct format. SF is equals to 7 hertz. Okay, next sample. Yes, correct. Pag frequency lang, no need na. Okay, by default, pag sa first 5 items natin, since frequency lang inihingi, no need to put frequency, just the hertz, okay? 1 hertz, 7 hertz, etc. How about this one? How many hertz for this sound wave? Yung hertz muna. Okay, correct. And the sampling frequency with the correct label. Okay, correct. Okay, now just the sampling frequency. Just the sampling frequency. Is it just 2? So there is a huge gap between the 0.8 and the 1 second mark. So you'll just leave it out. Yes, that's correct. 2.5. Okay. So count the remaining sampling frequency. So it's 2.5 hertz is the sampling frequency for this one. So don't worry, wala namang mas mababa pa sa 0.5. Wala namang 2.25 or 2.1. 2.5, okay, is the lowest division in the sampling frequency. 0.5 lang. Okay, how about the bit depth values? Remember the bit depth values? The measurement on how to divide the amplitude, okay, or the loudness of a sound wave. Di ba? Pag pumalakpak ka, may spike sa sound wave. That's amplitude. And how would you divide the amplitude for you to get the bit depth values? The measurement for the bit depth values is just values. Okay. How many times we can divide the amplitude? So how many bit depth values do we have here? Again, if it's not indicated, it's automatically, if it's not indicated in our x-axis, it's automatic a 1 second interval. This one, 1 second yung, okay, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Correct. Now, the measurement for this is not actually bit, it's just values. So, your answer should be 20 values. Okay? Kasi, ang magiging bit lang ang labanan kapag umabot na ng 256 division. Pag yung amplitude, dinivide na in 256, that would be 8-bit na yung magiging values niya. Okay? But pag hindi umabot ng 256 or 128, which is 4-bit, the label or the how we measure it is true values. So the correct answer format here is 20 values. Okay, so if you don't put values in your answer, you don't put the correct label, that is incorrect. Got it, class? Thumbs up if that is clear. Okay. So okay, wag nating take it. Now, the numbering is the first 5 items, you will get the frequency. And next 5 item is the sampling rate or the sampling frequency. Next 5 items is the bit depth values, which is the amplitude. Kakount natin yung values niya. Then last is the Nyquist rate or the Nyquist frequency. The Nyquist frequency is always half of the sampling rate. Got it? So let's say the sampling rate is 11,000 hertz. So how many kilohertz is half of 11,000 hertz? Remember, the Nyquist frequency is always half of the sampling rate.
Ano pong label niyan, sir, kapag hinahanap yung Nyquist rate?
Hertz
Hertz
din.
din po ba?
Oo.
Okay.
So of course, the answer can be 5.5 kilohertz or 5,500 hertz. Wrong label, incorrect. So pag nalito ka, ang sinagot mo 5,500 kilohertz, that's incorrect. Okay? It should be 5.5 kilohertz or 5,500 hertz. So yan. Yung label nun is hertz. Okay, so yun lang. Numbering sa papel nyo is 10 items. Follow this numbering. And same idea also. 1 minute each item. Once you answer, write also the answer. PM me here in the chat box your answer for the timestamp purposes. What we will follow is yung in-enter nyo sa chat box sa timestamp. Okay? So kung ang sagot nyo sa papel nyo is hertz, then sinagot nyo sa chat box is kilohertz, that's what we will follow. Okay, yung nasa chat box. Okay. So first 5 items, just identify the frequency. Are you ready? Okay, thumbs up if you are ready. Okay, isa pa raw sa label. For the frequency, hertz lang. Okay? For the sampling frequency, lagyan nyo ng SF or sampling frequency is equals to the answer plus hertz. Okay, so SF is equals to 20 hertz. For the items 11 to 15 is the bit depth values. The label there is just values. So let's say 10 values, 5 values, okay, 3 values, etc. And for the Nyquist rate, same with the frequency. Hertz lang din. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so clear na? Thumbs up again if you are ready. Ready nang ma-perfect ang first quiz? Thumbs up? Okay. Utilize the chat box class. Right after you answer it on your paper, PM me the answer for the timestamp. Okay. Item number 1. Just find the frequency. Lagyan nyo class ng numbering ha. So for example, yung item number 1, 1 space, let's say your answer is 5 hertz. Next item, 2 tuldok space yung answer mo. So ganun. Ganun yung format. Just like last time. Item number 2. Item number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Next is the sampling frequency. Number 6. Item number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Yeah, number 10 yan. 10.
Di po ata nagpe-play yung timer, sir.
Sige lang.
Okay.
Manual na lang. 30 seconds. Okay. X is the bit depth values. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Fourteen.
Seventeen. Okay, sure ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Number 15. Now the Nyquist frequency, item number 16. Number 16. 17. Wait. Wait. Asan na yung mouse ko? Ito, number 17. Number 18. Nineteen. Okay, class. As soon as you are done, take a picture of your test paper and send it in our GC. That will serve as a timestamp also. Clear ba, class?
Sir,
Time's up?
yung 20 item po. From 19,
Ano?
last
Ay,
item po kulang,
apo.
20 po. Nag-stop po yung share screen sa 19.
Ay, ganun. Sige, sige, sige. Ay, ito yung last item. Item number 20. Doon sa mismong GC natin. Wag dito sa wag dito sa Zoom. Ah, 20 pa lang yung nagsasend. How about the others? I-send yun na class. Wala naman kayong modification na magagawa dyan eh. That is set in stone already. Okay, everyone's done. Nasend na lahat. Okay. Now let's check your own paper. Close ko na yung GC ah. Bawal na mag-send. Closing. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And okay, nakahabol ka pa, Jello ah. Okay, so ayan lang lahat. And let's write corrected by your own self. Yung first 10, magbilang tayo. Pero item 11 to 12, i-paste ko sa GC yung sagot. Okay, item number 1. The answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hertz. Pag walang hertz, mali ah. Number 1, 7 hertz. Number 2, 1 hertz. Number 2, 1 hertz. Number 3, 3 hertz. Number 3, 3 hertz. Number 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 15 hertz. Number 4, 15 hertz. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 5, 8 hertz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Number 5, 8 hertz. Okay. Item number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. SF 7 hertz. SF 7 hertz. Number, wait. Number 6, 7 hertz. Number 7, 4 hertz. Number 7, SF 4 hertz. Number 8, SF 7 hertz. Number 9, 4 hertz. Number 9, SF 4 hertz. And number 10, 4 hertz also. So 9 and 10, SF 4 hertz. And ang sagot sa 11 to 12 ay 11 to 20 is this one. Ayan lang yung sagot, class, ha. So 32, 16, 20, 17, and 22. Yung last item, ang dami nagkamali doon, ha. 2.5 hertz lang yung sagot nyo. Almira, last item, 2.5 hertz na ginagot mo. Should be kilohertz. Si Almira, sino to, walang pangalan? Si Ellie. Chloe, walang kilohertz.
Sir,
Yes,
typo po ata yung sa 16 po. 22,000 po ata.
number ano?
16 po.
Ay, yeah, typo. It's typo, sorry. 21.05 kilohertz. I-paste ko. Okay. Good job for noticing it.
Di ba
21.0.
22, sir?
22, sir.
22 po.
Yeah, 22 pala kasi ano ba yung item doon? Wait lang. 44. Yeah, 22.1 pala. 20, 22.0. 44. 2050 hertz. Tama, 32 values sa 11. Yung 11 to 15 class, lagyan nyo na lang ng values. Doon sa answer sheet ko, hindi ko nalagyan ng values. Pero yung sagot should have a values. Okay. Now, once you are done checking, write the equivalent number and the corresponding grade Here is the equivalent grade for that. Pick ito, 19 to 20. 1. A thumbs up muna class if you are ready to listen to the equivalent grade. Okay, so 19 to 20, 1, 18, 125, 17, 15, 16, 175, 14 to 15, 2, 13, 225, 12, 2.5, 11, 2.75, and 10, 3. Wala namang mas mababa sa 10, di ba, class? None. Okay. If you are done, take a picture again of your paper. Yung buong papel, class, including your name and all your answers and corrections. Lahat included. Then send it again to our GC for me to record it. Ang 9 is 8 to 9 ay 3.5. 8 to 9, 3.5. Yes. Unfortunately, bagsak yun. Okay. Now, okay, class. So since what will happen is, nakapag-send na ba lahat? Okay. Okay, so just what I am saying, to align my agenda to everyone in PTLED ICT, third year, 3-1, 3-2, and 3-3. Since what will happen is most probably next week is already Holy Week, right, class?
Yes po.
And but we still have meeting on Friday. So probably that will be our last meeting. And before the Holy Week at least. And preoccupied pa tayo sa PSD for your reporting. Okay? That's why yung mga hindi pa tapos mag-report sa PSD, I will ask you to utilize your time, okay? See to it that you're able to finish your reporting within 15 minutes time limit. Okay? So unlike last time na sa 3 hours, nakasampu lang tayo. So we'll see to it that we'll finish the reporting on PSD on Friday. So maximize it 15 minutes per person. And actually, class, for audio production, we'll have for the moment an asynchronous session for audio production. And we will use the remaining time here in audio production for the discussion of your activity in PSD. Okay, so we will be using a portion of the time here in audio production for PSD. And kasi what will happen is para align lahat nung activity nyo ng lahat ng section for before the Holy Week. Kasi we will not have time to discuss this on Friday. And probably exhausted na rin kayo nun kapag diniscuss ko pa to sa inyo ng Friday. That's why we will discuss it today. Okay, we'll have an activity in PSD. A short discussion first, then activity and I'll explain the activity in PSD. Okay? So okay lang ba sa inyo yung class? We'll use a little bit of time here in audio production. So thumbs up if that is okay with you, class. So thank you. But don't worry, class, kasi pag nag face-to-face na tayo, I already anticipated it na there is a chance na gagamitin natin yung time ng PSD para sa audio production. Okay? Kasi mas magandang ituro yung audio production pag face-to-face na, di ba? So maganda yun, nasa face-to-face na tayo, di ba? PSD kasi pwede naman siya sa online, more on online. Pero kapag audio production talaga, mas suitable siya sa face-to-face setting. Okay? So 'di ba? Mas maganda mag-DJ kapag face-to-face, 'di ba? Magdi-DJ ka, naka-online tayo. So maganda gamitin yung pag face-to-face. All right. So let's have a short discussion for PSD. Okay. When daw yung face-to-face? Right after the mid midterm. Okay? So probably since nasa March na tayo, so buong April paka-online pa rin. But May, June, starting May 1 onwards, face-to-face na. Okay? So yun, half-half lang. And hopefully mas marami yung face-to-face ngayon. Unlike last time. So, kung hindi pa kayo kumakain, pwede naman kayo mag-working lunch. Sumubo muna kayo habang nakikinig. Okay, here is rule of the thumb in the workplace. If it isn't in writing, it didn't happen. Okay, who wants to elaborate on this quotation here? Anyone? If it isn't in writing, it didn't happen. What's your takeaway in this quote? None? Okay, Adrian. Go, Adrian.
Hello po, sir. Good morning po. So, according po sa pagkakagets ko dito po sa quote na if it isn't in writing, it didn't happen, period. I think po meaning po nito yung mga verbal verbal words, yung mga announcements na verbal and hindi siya written, meaning hindi siya credible since wala tayong proof or hindi siya documented sa ating company or something na ganun po. Yun po, sir.
All right. Very, yeah, I agree. That's correct. Okay, so Red also have an input on this quotation. Go, Red.
Dalawa po yung naisip ko dito. First of all, history-wise talking, meron tayong part na written history and merong part na unwritten history, which is di natin alam kung ano yung nangyari sa past unless hindi siya naisulat. Walang records, walang ganon. And alam lang natin yung nangyari during na-invent yung pagsusulat or yung pagdodrawing or it was recorded. And same thing if i-apply natin siya sa subject nating PSD. If hindi naisulat yung nangyari sa, for example, sa isang meeting, hindi natin alam kung totoo ba yung sinasabi nila in the end or may nangyari ba dun sa room na yan. So that is what the phrase means. If it isn't in writing, it didn't happen. Period. That's all
Okay,
po.
thank you, Red. And yes, Gab.
Sir, yung quote na po to, mako-connect ko po siya sa BPO industry po. So, sa atin po, it is very important to always put detailed notes on the account of the customer when we try to access it and if we make changes po. So, importante po siya since if ever po yung customer po nag-contact back siya within few days, mababasa po ng future representative yung mga iniwan po nating notes dun. So, dapat detailed po yun, hindi po pwedeng kulang-kulang para po maintindihan din po ng future agents yung mga actions na ginawa natin sa account po.
Yes, that's a crucial skills of a new agent. Matutong mag-note. Kasi kapag hindi sila natutong mag-note, kawawa yung mga support. Pag nasa floor na sila, sisisihin yung trainer. O yung mga trainee mo, hindi marunong mag-note. Tinuruan mo ba yun? Ikaw masisisi doon kapag hindi sila nakapag-note. Ko-confront ka ng mga support, mga subject matter expert, mga QA, and the TL. O sino trainer nito? Hindi tinuruan mag-note. Yes, Janisa, you have something to add?
Dagdag na lang din po, siyempre marami nga yung nakakausap mo and, hindi mo na matatandaan yun, eh, so notes is very important and isa rin siya sa way para what do you call this, parang i-protect or may panlaban ka if something happened kasi puwedeng, sa'kin kasi hindi detailed yung note ko, yung ano lang shortcut. Pero once na may mangyaring hindi maganda ta's nakalagay dun sa note mo, you know na nangyari 'tong bagay na 'to and 'pag, may problemang nangyari meron kang maibabato sa kanila na, "Hindi, tinawagan ko 'yan, eh," gano'n. Kasi may note ka.
That's right. Okay, paano na lang kapag ano, 'di ba, nagpa-receive ka ng ano, ng payment sa mga, let's say, nagpa-raffle yung college, 'di ba? Raffle ticket for cake raffle, yan, payments. Let's say ano, nasa 5K 'yon. Pina-receive mo sa front desk, ay ito po yung payment. Then suddenly nawala, 'di ba? Wala kang proof na pina-receive mo sa front desk. O ano mangyari sa 5K? Most likely mag-aabono ka doon. Kasi wala, it didn't happen. Wala sa writing eh. So that's really crucial. Sabi nga, may Chinese proverbs na the palest ink is better than the clearest memory. Okay. Here. Okay, so this is our agenda. The first three, understand the importance of documentation in our personal life. Let's differentiate media, data, and information, and different types of media to use in storing data. In number 4, I modified that, so that won't be true. So I have here, let's play a game. I have a picture next to this slide. Now, paunahan kayo class makapag-identify sa chat box kung ano yung picture na yon. Okay? So, isang picture lang naman yon. Yung unang-unang makapag-describe nung picture na to ay magiging exempted. Okay? So, ready nyo na yung mga kamay nyo? Yung unang-unang makapag-type kung ano ito will be the winner. Yung most correct ka, yung pinakamalapit sa description niya. Okay, thumbs up if you are ready to identify the next picture. 1, 2, 3, and chat box, chat box. Yung most specific one na makakahula nito will be the winner. Pinaka-specific. I'm looking for that one variable, one word. Okay. Ang pinaka-specific at ang pinaka-nauna sa lahat ay si Adrian Alcantara. So congrats, Adrian. You are exempted in our activity in PSD for answering correctly the Laguna copper plate inscription here. So what is this Laguna copper plate? So this is the earliest form of documentation found here in the Philippines. Okay? So ito yung proof na meron tayong sophisticated civilization before Spanish. Okay? Unlike what they are saying that we are barbaric, that we don't have a flourishing civilization, but actually the reality is we have a very sophisticated civilization, and this is the proof of that. Sa the Laguna copper plate inscription. So what's this all about? This particular inscription is a document, okay, demonstrative of pre-Hispanic literacy and culture, and is a national treasure. So it is currently deposited in the National Museum of Anthropology in Manila. It is the earliest document that shows the use of mathematics in pre-colonial Philippine societies. The earliest known evidence for written literature in the history of the Philippines, the Laguna copper plate inscription, is a sheet of copper plate metal with ancient writing discovered in the province of Laguna in 1989. It was found by a boatman working near the mouth of Lumbang River, emptying out into the Laguna de Bay. So do you want to know kung ano yung naka-indicate sa Laguna copper plate inscription? Are you curious what's indicated there? As mentioned, here it is. Any volunteer who wants to read, raise your hand. Okay. Pakibasa. Okay, Darlene, go.
Dinig po, sir.
Yes.
Mabuhay, taong siyaka, A22, buwan ng Waisaka. Ayon sa Aghamtala, ang ika-4 na araw ng pagliit ng buwan, Lunes. Sa pagkakataong ito, si Dayang Angkatan, 10 ng kanyang anak na nagngangalang, Buka, Bulaklak, na mga anak ng kagalang-galang na sinamwaran, ay ginawaran ng isang kasulatan ng lubos na kapatawaran mula sa punong pangkalahatan sa tondo, sa pagkatawan ng punong kagawad ng paila na si Jayadewa. Jayadewa.
Okay. So there, what's indicated in the Laguna copper plate is a proof that the kin of Dayang Angkatan and all the relatives of Dayang Angkatan, Buka, and the rest of the siblings already paid their debt. Okay, nakabayad na sila ng utang. And pinail nila yon sa Kingdom of Tundun. Okay, or yung Tondo. So before Spanish, one of the largest kingdom in the Philippines is the Kingdom of Tundun. Okay, so in Tondo. So yung place na yon na Tondo, yun pa rin yung Kingdom of Tundun na yon. Okay? And yon, yung Laguna copper plate na yon is just a proof that someone already paid their debt. Okay? So isn't it amazing? That's 1,200 years old document na buhay pa rin ngayon na nakalagay sa copper para proof na you already paid your debt and you filed it in the Kingdom of Tundun. And here, okay, so the goal of documentation is to turn novices into experts. Documentation is any communicable material that is used to describe, explain, or instruct regarding some attributes of an object, system, or procedure, such as its parts, assembly, installation, maintenance, and use. Okay, can be in a form of hard copy, such as paper, or digital format, such as through online, and also analog media, such as audio tapes or CDs. So examples are the user guides, white papers, online help, quick reference guide, paper or hard copy. Documentation has become less common. So this is true, class, na yung hard copy documentation is becoming less and less common. Ang common na ngayon is digital, okay, documentation. For example, napansin ko to sa sa field ng video games, 'di ba, class? Pag bumili ka ng bagong game sa PS3, PS4, or even Nintendo Switch, yung plastic case lang and the actual CD or cartridge yung included. Wala nang manual, wala nang whatsoever. They replace it with digital manual. Unlike before, during the 90s, na meron pa included na manual yon, may mga maps, okay, may mga stickers, lahat. Pero ngayon, pag bumili ka ng PS5 game, it's just a plastic case and a CD. That's all there is to it. Okay, so let's relate document with information. Okay, so document is written in a different types of medium, be it in a text, in a audio, in a video. So document is written in a medium. While information is collected from a data. Okay, so data, when you have enough data, those data can be combined and analyzed and organized to make it an information. Okay. Next is document should have an author. All the documentation will always have an author in it. Okay, even though it's not indicated who is the author there, Kahit yung simpleng notepad nga lang class eh. Let's say you post a note there. That's a simple documentation, no? Kahit wala nakalagay na pangalan mo doon. Pag ni-right click mo properties, it will appear whose computer that file was generated and who is the user. Okay, so there's still, you can trace the ownership, the authorship of that documentation. Sa lahat ng mga document, merong header, okay, kung anong office yon, merong signatory. So lahat yon may author kung saan galing yung document na yon. Now, information without authorship is possible. Ito yung mahirap sa information. If you have an information, okay, where did you get that information? So, walang authorship. Okay? It's difficult to trace who is the author of that information kung wala kang resibo. Okay? And yung pinaka lowest form of evidence is through the verbal evidence. Okay? It is as good as non-existent. Kaya kapag sa scientific community, yung only proof mo lang is citing, then verbal, ninarrate mo yung nangyari. They really don't take it seriously. Okay? So yung lowest form of evidence. So it's just information, walang author. Meron pang mga aliens bumisita sa school sa Africa during the 70s or 80s. Then, in-interview yung mga bata na nagpakita sa mga alien. No matter how, yan nakakatawa yung premise ng documentary na yon. So imagine, spaceship bumaba sa school sa Africa. Tapos, in-interview yung mga bata. Na-trauma yung mga bata. Tapos mga teacher. Nakita nila. Then, ako class seeing that, watching that documentary and seeing those children traumatized and giving their story. Kasi may before and after. Mga 6 years old pa lang sila, mga 7. Then lumaki na sila, bumalik sila sa school na yon. Then in-interview sila. Ako class assessment ko lang. Assessment ko lang sa documentary na yon. Masasabi ko na totoo yung nangyari. Doon ako naging believer. Conspiracy theorist pala yun. Pero pag pinanood mo yun, parang there's no way na lie yun. Kaya naniniwala ako sa alien dahil dun sa documentary na yun. Kahit na hearsay lang yung proof nila. Pero watching that, assessing it, if someone asks me, so what do you think? Naniniwala ka na sa alien or hindi? But watching that, yes, I am now a believer. Pero nga, sa scientific world community, it's just a verbal, hindi sila nila pinaniniwalaan yun. Okay, so there, information enriches the document. Ito naman yung parallel connection between information and documentation. Information enriches document, and document contains many information. Okay. It's a connection. Okay. The more information the document is, the better. Okay. Because document contains many information. Next is document is always factual. Okay? Kasi class, kaya one attributes ng documentation is factual. Because why would you waste your time and effort to create such document? Okay, you need a medium to put that particular information. Okay? Kailangan mo ng medium. Mag-e-effort ka. It's either text or through image or through audio or through video. And then, if the information that you will put there is not factual, okay? So, magkakaroon ng ng questionable yung intent mo if it's not factual. So, document is always factual. It's a documentation. Okay? Now, if you are talking about the fraudulent act, that's a different type of documentation na, okay? Ano na yon? It's beyond our course. But for the documentation, if your goal is to identity theft or creating fraud, then that's a different story. But in this context, document is always factual. Next, information is not always factual. Kasi walang author. Okay? Hindi ka responsible kung fact man yun o hindi. Kasi walang author eh. You cannot trace back who is responsible for spreading that information. Say there's no authorship, it's hard to trace. So information is not always factual. Okay? So rumor siya, paikot-ikot lang. Next is it must be published. Okay? Documentation must always be published, be it in a form of a letter. The moment class na 'di ba sa PUP, school natin, meron tayong um, document tracking, okay? System, DTS, document tracking system. I'm sure yung mga nag-OJT sa PUP very familiar dyan. Okay? The moment na magkaroon niya ng DTS, start with the year 2023, 1005, etc. It means it's already published. Okay? It is set in stone. It is written in the database. Pwede na magamit sa sa korte, lahat. Okay? It is as good as notarized document. So yun, a documentation should be a publish. Now, the information, okay, it may not be published kasi wala namang authorship. There's no responsible for that. And it's not even sure if it's true. Okay? Now, let's find the connection between the data and information. Data is raw, unorganized, and while information is processed, organized, or structured. Different types of data such as mga data sa sarili mo, di ba? Your age. Okay, so let's say 30. Your weight, let's say 50 kilogram. Your height, let's say 5. And um, your race, Asian. So those are different types of data. Now, data as is, it is not much of a help. Okay, it's just as is. But if you organize it, that becomes information. We organize this data. That is already an information. Yung information na yan, maybe yun yung suspect. Okay, suspect. This is the information from the suspect of the crime. Pero as is, this is just a raw data. Okay? So information consists of data, while documentation consists of information. So see the hierarchy there. Data, information, then documentation. It's like cell, tissue, organ connection. Okay. Now here are the different types of media where we put the information to make it a documentation. Okay, first, what you should be documenting anyway? As mentioned, all industries are have their own documentation. Okay, can be geographical, cultural, scientific, financial, statistical, meteorological, natural, and even in transportation. So all of those data, they collected it, make it information, then document everything. Okay, for example, in meteorological, one data that they have is one variable, location, second variable, amount of rain, second variable, third variable, date, okay, time span, time frame of that rain. Then another variable, they have mechanism to capture the amount of rain. Now, if you organize those variables, that becomes information. That information is um, the amount of rain in that area. So information na yun, in-organize natin yung mga data. Then of course, we will publish that somewhere in our website. Kasi hihingi ng ano yun ng president, di ba? Okay, what's the average rainfall for this month? Kaya nga nila nalaman, di ba, na yung undoy, yung amount of rain na bumuhos ng undoy is equivalent into 1 month because of that documentation that they have. Okay, based on their records na yung ulan within that, ano nga lang yun 8-hour span is equivalent to 1 month of rainfall. So yun. Okay, here on our personal the documentation that we always generate is in how many steps, and even our shopping pattern and how many times we use this application in GCash. Sa ano nga klase, 'di ba, I'm not sure kung na-share ko na to. In Walmart, okay, there is in instances na just figuring the data of your yung path mo, yung path data dun sa store, so habang nag-grocery ka. They can already say a lot about you. Okay? So let's say one variable, yung frequency mo dun sa grocery store. Second variable, ano yung mga aisle na madalas mong puntahan at iniiwasan mong aisle. Another variable is yung time of the day na nandun ka. So yung mga simple data na yon, they have a system that if they organize it, they can pinpoint the specific attributes about you. So yan nga, the story goes na yung daughter nila dun namimili sa Walmart. Then suddenly, nakatanggap sila ng mga pamphlet, okay, na about pregnancy, okay, about baby care, about baby formula, okay, mga gamit pang newborn, pang baby. Then takam-taka yung yung parents. Sabi niya, bakit nakaka-receive kami ng mga ganito? Wala namang buntis dito sa bahay namin. Wala namang newborn dito. Then, nag-inquire sila sa Walmart, bakit ganun? Sabi ng Walmart, that is based on algorithm of your visit in our store. That's why we customize the pamphlet that you receive. Now, after a few months, they found out na, yun nga, buntis pala yung anak nila. Kaya umiiwas dun sa mga malalansang part ng grocery. Then dun madalas sa certain aisles for baby health. And by organizing those data, na-pinpoint nila na the likelihood of this person being pregnant is high. So give them this particular advertisement, baby pamphlet. So ganon. Ganon ka-powerful yung documentation, yung pag-organize ng data. Di ba? Mas nauna pang malaman ng Walmart kaysa sa parents nila. Yung pinagdadaanan ng anak nila. So there. Next is, these are just basic forms of media where you can put the information for documentation purposes. Can be in a form of text, graphics. These are the static elements. It's not moving, and the dynamic. And another category, which is the interactive media, such as Google Earth, virtual museum tour sa Louvre in Europe, and even video games. Video games is a form of interactive media, and also simulations. Okay, so we have 3 categories: static, dynamic, and interactive. Not moving, moving, and interactive. But the interactive media, that is for another topic, interactive media. Okay, I have here a short video clip. Let's watch this first.
Your heart's beating around the clock. Time ticking away, it doesn't stop. Evolution is taking place. The world is spinning and changing every day. Anything you think of with a name. There isn't anything in life that ever stays the same. Everything changes, changes.
May audio naman class, di ba? Yung video. Thumbs up if yes. Alright. Hindi ba kayo na LSS? What your what's your takeaway class with that video clip? What can you say about it? Ano sa tingin niyo yung message? Ano ba? Mike, hello? Evolution of user interface. Okay. Says Adrian. What else? Correct. That's correct. Adrian lang, merong takeaway dun sa video. Kayo, nag-vibe lang kayo. Hindi nyo naman magbigay ng takeaways. Evolution of OS. Okay, correct. Correct too. Imagine from Windows 1, meron na tayong Windows, ano na ba ngayon? 11? More color as time passed. Okay. Merong changes na in-implement yung YouTube suddenly. If you're watching YouTube in smart TV or in big screen, meron silang update dun sa user interface nila, especially sa comment section. May nakapansin ba sa inyo ng class? O walang nanonood sa inyo ng YouTube sa big screen sa TV? Kaya ang ginawa nila, ano lang tayo, mga 1 week ago pa lang yung update na to. Diba nanonood ka ng YouTube, then gusto mong magbasa ng comments. Then, before that, pag nagbasa ka ng comments, slash into 1/4 yung viewing angle mo sa video. Ngayon, may update sila, natuwa ako, mga 1 week ago lang. Pag nagbasa ka ng comment section, liliit yung video para wala ka ng, hindi na crop yung view mo. Okay? So, mag-minimize a little bit yung YouTube. So, try nyo, class. Manood kayo sa smart TV nyo. Kung updated yung YouTube nyo din, check the comment section habang nanood ka ng video. Hanapin nyo lang, scroll down, then click view comments. Then makikita nyo yung YouTube liliit. So hindi na siya. Mas naging user-friendly na siya. Even dito sa Zoom ngayon ko lang napansin. Ngayon lang. Probably ngayong araw or kahapon. Basta wala pang 1 week to. Na kapag nag-share sound ka, nasa left side na yung share sound button. Okay? So yun yung changes. Everything changes. Nakita niyo ba, class? Yan. Hindi na sa baba. Di ba yung share sound dati? Nasa bottom of the interface. Pero ngayon nasa left side na. So yun. Yan yung mga simple updates in user interface that they are implementing. Okay. So going back to the discussion. So dito na papasok yung task natin. So we will focus on these 3 types of user interface principles. So marami pa to. Meron pa tong customization, a feedback mechanism, and yun. Pero sa 4 lang tayo mag-focus. Yung consistency, navigation, search, and learnability. Okay, so what's this? First, let's have a quick definition of UI or user interface. It is an interface or a medium which the humans can interact with the system. Okay, so imagine before Windows 1, before Apple did create a user interface. Okay, so yung para makapag-interact tayo sa kanila, parang naka-notepad lang lahat. Okay? And walang mga icon. Yeah, but before that. But thanks to Steve Jobs, he revolutionizes the user interface in computer. Then, nung ginawa yun ni Steve Jobs, kaya nga bad trip siya kay Bill Gates kasi kinopya ni Bill Gates doon sa user interface ng Windows 1. Yung icon, yung user interface, yan, kinopya ni Bill Gates sa idea ni Steve Jobs. And yan, several principles guide user interface to ensure they are intuitive, user-friendly, and effective. So here are the key principles: the consistency, navigation, search, and learnability. First is the consistency, the harmony that should applies to all, not just for aesthetics, but also for function. Okay, so aesthetic example, sa login page, if your program theme is color red, once you enter your credentials, the whole body of the app itself should be revolving around the hue of color red also. Okay? So pangit naman kapag nasa login page ka, magla-login ka, color. So imagine Facebook, 'di ba? Blue yung theme niya. So login page blue, then pag enter mo ng Facebook, pulado lahat. Yung scroll bar, red, yung messenger icon, red lahat. Yun. So pag ganun, walang consistency, okay? Yun yung sa aesthetics. Another consistency in function is when you click a button, okay, sa tab. So just like here in example 1. So lesson 1, pag kinlik mo yung summary, what will show is the summary of lesson 1. Hindi naman, walang consistency kapag lesson 2, tapos kinlik mo yung summary, pero yung mag-show is summary ng lesson 1. So, yun. Consistency deals not only with aesthetics, but also with function. Next is the navigation. Okay, users can move around menus, help files, or other screen in a system. Okay, how user-friendly it is through navigating, the placement of the tabs. Okay. And next is the search function. So there are two categories of software class. Okay. First is the OS, okay, operation software. And second is the application software or the apps itself or the application. Okay. So operation software or operating system and the application itself, they still observe the same user interface principles. So, di ba lahat naman ng operating system natin, be it Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, or Mac OS, they all have search function. And even yung mga application na ginagamit natin, they all have search function. So, let's observe what are those different functions that they are using. Next is the learnability. Okay. This is the actual post-support documentation. Welcomes in. And makes us help us to understand that particular feature, the help function. So again, reiterate ko lang yung 3 levels of interaction with different types of software. First is your interaction with user interface. The level 2 is your interaction with the user interface documentation. So level up na yun. And yung third one nga is yung application process, okay, the API. So those are the 4 categories, okay, consistency, navigation, search, and learnability. Now, we will explore this particular tool here. So ito yung tool na gagamitin natin sa activity natin. the Wayback Machine. Familiar with the Wayback Machine? Thumbs up if you have heard of the Wayback Machine before. Not yet? Okay, so that is familiar with the Wayback Machine. Okay, here it is. Here is the Wayback Machine class. So the purpose of this Wayback Machine is we'll able to explore the early build of different websites. Okay? So ano yung itsura nila way back. Okay? So let's say, are you curious to see what YouTube looks like 20 years ago? Or hindi pa naman 20 years ago, mga 16 years ago. If you're, let's say youtube.com. Okay, type mo lang dyan yung website na gusto mong i-explore. Then it will generate. Okay, we have archives of this particular website way back in 2005. But parang hindi pa siya na, you won't able to navigate it that much. So let's start with 2006. Ito, yung mga snapshots na yan ay mga archives kung kailan. So masyado pang maaga yan. 2007 probably. Let's say March to. So lahat ng website dito, class, you will be able to explore. Okay? So ito yung itsura ng YouTube way back in March 2007. Okay, 5, 6, 7. So let's try to check the different types of feature navigation. Okay, let's observe and let's compare it to the current YouTube. Okay, navigation and the consistency. Okay, may consistency ba siya? And the learnability, ito, search function. Hindi siya masyadong highlighted yung search function way back in 2007 of YouTube. And here is the learnability part. Okay, help. This is where we'll see the documentation such as FAQs. Okay. Okay, general questions. Okay, what is YouTube? How do videos get featured? What is TestTube? How do I join? So these are the different types of learnability or the documentation FAQs in 2007 of YouTube. So your task is to simply, okay, observe and compare the early build of certain websites, comparing it to the current build of that website in the context of consistency, navigation, search function, and learnability, such as this. So, ganun lang yung task na i-identify nyo, class. Okay? So, meron pang early build ng YouTube na very nostalgic kasi naka-indicate pa exactly doon kung ilan yung file size. Okay, back pa natin. Back pa. Let's go back to the earliest possible date. Yan. Let's go to help. Okay. So ito, class. Nakakatawa to. How long can my video be? No time limit. Pero, yung i-upload mo should be less than 100 MB in size. Okay? So just imagine the resolution. 240p era pa yan. Okay, so one music video with 240p resolution is less than 100 MB. Nasa mga ganun, nagre-range yung mga videos noon. Okay? So, indicated na dyan. Pero ngayon, nag-upload ako ng mga YouTube videos. Nasa 3 gigabyte. Okay? No issue. Okay, mag-upload ka 3 gig. So, ganun na kalayo yung narating ng YouTube. Dati 100 MB lang yung maximum. Ito, what video file formats can I upload? YouTube accepts video files from most digital cameras, cell phones, .avi.mob, and .mpeg files. So yun. Ito yung learnability part or the actual documentation in the earliest build of YouTube way back in 2005. So ano exactly yung hahanapin nyo? Ito. I will paste the actual instruction in the chat box and in our GC. So while me doing that, if you have questions in mind, ay, nakikita niyo yung messages. Nakita niyo ba, class? Yung mga messages? Or nasa Wayback Machine kayo? Hindi naman na-tab.
Nakita, sir. Charot. Nasa Wayback Machine, sir. Kinabahan.
Okay. Nakakaba nga yun, no? Hindi mo alam na kikita na pala ng buong mundo yung messenger mo. Okay, so here is the actual instruction. So this is the second task in messages too long. Messages too long still. Wait lang. Oh, so discuss na natin yung mechanics habang nandito pa tayo para pag may tanong kayo, we can settle it right away. Ito yung patol-patol na version pero sa Messenger buo naman siya. Okay, so the task is to simply conduct we can consider this as a case study of a website focusing on the various user interface principles such as the navigation, consistency, learnability, and search function. Yung apat lang na yun. Okay? So we'll need to compare the oldest version of the website to its current version to observe how the user interface design has evolved over time. Okay? Now, first is to select websites. There will be two. Okay, choose a minimum of two different types of websites to analyze. Example, yung mga e-commerce platform, even Shopee and Lazada class, the earliest build of that website, you can trace back way back in 2015 yata for Lazada and 2017 for Shopee. So you can also do that. Okay, so if you're curious to see What are the items for sale in those early years of those e-commerce platform? You can do that. And yun. Dalawang website yung i-analyze nyo, class. Then, identify all this using the Wayback Machine. Identify the user interface principles. Yung apat na yon. Then, compare. Compare the oldest version of each website to its latest or current. Why latest or current? Kasi you can include websites that are no longer available, such as Friendster, di ba? So, ano yung latest build niya before siya nagsara? Kaya ako hindi sinabing current kasi wala nang current build ng Friendster. Kasi wala na siya, na-dissolve na siya. So yun, pwede nyong i-include yung mga hindi na nag-i-exist na website. For example, meron kayong mga memorable website na binibisita dati, yung let's say Y8, di ba? So, doon kayo naglalaro ng games. So, functioning lang siya between, example, 2005 to 2015. So, 10 years lang siya naging functional. So, you can also do that. Okay? Pwede nyo i-include yun sa case study nyo ng website comparison. Compare nyo yung 2005 build ng website to the 2015 build. Okay? In the context of those 4 major user interface principles. And yun, compare the, saan na ako? Yun, comparison, and answer this following question. How has the navigation structure evolved over time? Has it become more intuitive and user-friendly? Next is there a consistency in design elements, layouts, and terminology between the 2 versions? How has the learnability of the website improve or change over time? Are instruction clearer? And is the interface more user-friendly? Next, evaluate the effectiveness of the search function in both versions. Has it improved? And if so, how? Yan, for example, sa YouTube, di ba? Yung early build niya, nasa upper right corner lang yung search function. Pero sa current build ng YouTube, highlighted na. Nasa harapan na natin mismo yung search bar. So yun. Now, analyze it. Observe the changes between oldest and the latest. And yung documentation nyo, pinaka-documentation for this one is through a PowerPoint presentation. So the bottom line is this is also a reporting activity. Okay, so you will report back to us those 2 websites that you found out on your case study and share to us the comparisons from the early build to the current build or the latest build. So you show it to us through presentation. And yun, prepare a PowerPoint report documenting your analysis for each website. Include the following section. Provide an overview of the task or the assignment and the website selected, the comparison, and the analysis, and a conclusion. And I simplify the rubric. Okay. Now accuracy is 40%. The clarity, depth, and delivery is 40% also. And your reporting should engage the audience throughout the presentation, fostering interaction, interest, and participation, another 20%. So for a total of 100%. So everything is indicated here in the task. Okay? So yun lang naman, class. Question, kailan ang presentation nito? Matagal pa, class. Hindi next week. Next week. Okay? So first week pa ng April ang presentation, and sa PSD time natin siya i-present. Friday. So ang presentation nito is April 5 pa, Friday. Okay, so you have a lot of time to do this. And so yun, wala naman tayong klase next week. Kasi Holy Week na yun. Do you have a question? None? Okay.
Minimum time of presentations.
For the presentation, 15 to 20 minutes for the website. Kasi di bale, 8 yung points na gagawin nyo. Kasi one website. Now you will analyze in 4 different areas, di ba? So that's 4. Then second website, analyze it in 4 different areas. Okay, consistency, navigation, search function, and learnability. So yun, di bale 8 concept yung i-discuss nyo. Okay? So yun lang, 15 to 20 minutes that would do. Ang placement ng ganun pa rin, same as last time. Okay, so we'll start with Suyen still. Suyen, are you here? So kung ano yung sinend ko last time, yun na yung pattern natin all throughout the semester. Yun na yung placement nyo kasi yun na yung pinaka-random ways to start a sequence. Okay, I think no more question. If you have a follow-up question, you can answer, post it in our GC, and let's open our webcam and take a picture. And let's call it a day. Okay, goodbye everyone. See you on Friday.
Thank you po, sir.